In the quiet cinematic wilderness between the VHS golden age and the streaming revolution, when Hollywood had all but forgotten her, and Halloween felt increasingly sanitized, Cassandrapeterson did something gloriously defiant. She took her life savings, teamed up with director Sam Irvin, flew to Romania, and made Elvira's Haunted Hills, a film so unapologetically campy, so lovingly handmade, so dripping in gothic grandeur and double entendres that it didn't just resurrect Elvira for new millennium. It reconsecrated her as the undisputed queen of cult horror comedy. Released in 2001 to little fanfare and even less box office, this self-funded passion project wasn't a studio sequel chasing nostalgia. It was a love letter to the golden age of Hammer films. William Castle and Vincent Price filtered through Peterson's razor-sharp, sex-positive, fourth wall-shattering lens, and it stands today not as a footnote in her filmography, but as its most personal, audacious, and thematically rich entry. The film opens not in modern-day Los Angeles, but in 1851 Transylvania, where Elvira still played. With divine deadpan perfection by Peterson, at age 50 is traveling by horror-strong carriage. Her Cadillac, she quips, is in the shop, again to reunite with her long-lost Aunt Lady Emer. But when a storm forces her to seek shelter at the ominously named Castle Helsebas, she is thrust into a gothic farce woe. Earthy of young Frankenstein, a crumbling estate ruled by the stiff-browed Lord Vladimir Helsebas, and his delightfully demented sister, Lady Roxana, a woman so obsessed with eternal youth she drains the life force of handsome young men while wearing enough velvet to upholster a coffin. Mistaken for a noblewoman, naturally Elvira spins wild lies about her identity, flirts with every man in tights like it's her civic duty, and soon finds herself tangled in a web of murder, mistaken identity, resurrection serums, evil twins sort of, and a seance that goes about as well as you'd expect when Elvira is involved. What follows is a madcap, magnificently low-budget romp where every horror cliché is not just embraced, but roasted alive. Secret laboratories with bubbling beakers, hidden passages behind bookshelves, lightning-struck towers, and a climax involving a life essence serum that is as much a metaphor for female vitality as a plot device. The dialogue crackles with Peterson's signature wit. "I'm not afraid of the dark. I'm the reason. It's afraid of me," she purrs. "Careful, darling, that portrait's watching us and judging your outfit," she warns while the production leans proudly into its limitations. Painted backdrops wobble. Rubber bats dangle on strings. Fog machines cough like asthmatic dragons. And the Transylvanian forest is clearly a Romanian soundstage. But that's the point. This isn't The Mummy 1999. It is The Mummy as directed by a drag queen who minored in film history and majored in mischief. And beneath the fishnets and furs lies something quietly revolutionary. Elvira, once again, as the only sane person in a world gone mad, woman who uses humor as armor, intelligence as power, and sexuality as sovereignty, never once reduced to a victim or a vixen, but always in control of her narrative. And like her 1988 debut, which pitted her against small-town Puritans, Haunted Hills places her in her gothic patriarchy where women are either saints or seductresses, and Elvira refuses both roles, carving out a third path. The trickster, the truth teller, the woman who laughs while the castle burns. Critics at the time dismissed it as silly or dated, missing the forest for the fog machines, but fans recognized it for what it was, a defiant act of artistic independence. Made without studio interference, written by Peterson herself, and funded with her own merch money. Haunted Hills was her reclaiming of Elvira from corporate dilution, a reminder that the character didn't need CGI, reboots, or focus groups. She just needed Cassandra, a camera, and a script that let her be gloriously, unapologetically herself. Over time, the film found its cult, late-night lovers, queer cinephiles, horror historians who saw its homage to classic cinema, and fans who appreciated its refusal to age Elvira into irrelevance. Instead, it celebrated her wrinkles, wisdom, and all as a timeless icon who didn't fade with time, but deepened with it. So light a black candle, pour yourself something strong. And when Elvira saunters into Castle Helsibis, smirking like she owns the afterlife, remember, this isn't just a movie, it's a manifesto, a middle finger to polish, a testament to the power of doing it yourself, and proof glorious, glittering, gothic proof that the mistress of the dark doesn't need Hollywood's permission to haunt our dreams. She just needs a castle, a corset, and the courage to say, "Darling, if you think this is scary, wait till you see my writer. Welcome to Elvira's Haunted Hills. Population, her, rules, none, dress."